Hi friends, my name is Chukwuemeka Ebenezer Onovo, C.E.O. You can also call me C.E.O. in abbreviation. You're welcome to my YouTube channel where we teach and learn Igbo Proverbs, because I personally believe that every Igbo lover and indigene should be able to speak Igbo language fluently and use Igbo Proverbs effectively and appropriately in their communications on a daily basis. As the Igbos believe that ilu bụ mmanụ ndị Igbo ji eri okwu. Do you know what that means? Sit back, relax. I'm going to tell you in the course of this video. So in this video, we'll be learning what exactly are proverbs, and we'll look into the importance of proverbs, if really there is any, and then we'll consider some examples of Igbo proverbs and then their interpretations in English. Sit back. Let's go into the lesson proper. Like I said, ilu bụ mmanụ ndị Igbo ji eri okwu, meaning proverbs are oil with which words are eaten. You'll be wondering, are words actually eaten? That's to say, explained. They are used in explaining some concepts. So now let's consider what exactly are proverbs. There are many definitions to this word proverbs. Take note that proverbs here are also ilu, and we refer to them as ilu henceforth. So ilu, also known as proverbs, it's a short, simple, concrete, and traditional saying that has a perception of truth based on common sense or experience. It is also a simple advice, a short saying of an advice. Yeah, it's not literal. That's to say that you don't derive the meaning by the literal words or of the sentence verbatim the way it is, because it's usually expressed in metaphorical and idiomatic expression. So you have to think deep to get the words sometimes. Now, we'll be considering you must also take note that every language and culture has their own proverbs based on their experiences, on their common sense, on their philosophy about life and environment and observations as well. So just like we have the English proverbs, sometimes they may differ from the other ones and sometimes they may have some similarities. We also have the Chinese proverbs, Japan, and all others, just as we have the Igbo proverbs, which we'll be considering. Now, you may be wondering, what are proverbs for? Do they have any importance? Are they relevant to our society? And the answer to that question is yes, they are. Why do I say yes? Come to think of it, they are advice based on experience, on common sense, that are long time sayings. So it's not now, so it lasts lifetime. And because it lasts lifetime, so it gives us direction based on other people's experiences. Just like you say, experience is the best teacher, but I can tell you that you don't have to wait until you experience it before you learn. You learn from other people's experience. That's the best teacher, because your own experience might be worse and it might be irreversible. But I don't pray for such cases, although there are such. But now, so we have to learn from those proverbs which are based on experiences, common sayings, observations, and it's been a long time ago. It's not now. So it's very essential, because it guides and directs us and shows us the way not to fall into dangers. Is that clear? That's just one of the essential importance of Proverbs. So now let's go further and take a good look at some examples. One more thing you must add there, take note that knowing your Proverbs makes you speak more confident, just like than the normal language speakers in whatever language it is. If you know your Proverbs very well in your language, and when you're speaking and you use them appropriately, you get more confident, meaning that what you're saying, you're very sure and confident, and you know what you're saying very well when you use them appropriately. Just like the Igbo adage, a proverb in Igbo says that, "Wata mara tuilu marandi ichie." Do you know what that means too? It means that a child who knows his proverbs knows his ancestors. I may not be able to go, let me not go further into explaining how he knows his ancestors. He gets to know his ancestors by assessing the same knowledge just as they have. The Proverbs were said are long sayings that have been in place by our ancestors. So we get to learn from them and their philosophy. So by that, you get to know your ancestors, not like you get to know them physically, but you get to reason and see from their perception what it really means and receive advice and think like they are and avoid some certain things like an elderly child. So a child who knows his proverbs behaves and it directs him a lot. So it's very important to learn the proverbs of your language. Now we'll be taking a look at some proverbs in Igbo. Firstly, onye a tụọrọ ilu ma kọwara ya, ego ejiri rụọ nne ya lara n'iyi. Onye a tụọrọ ilu ma kọwara ya, ego ejiri rụọ nne ya lara n'iyi. The English interpretation of this says, if a man does not understand proverbs, then the dowry paid on his mother's head is in vain. The second is, ọkụkọ mụta, ọkụkọ nyụọ ahụ n'ala, ala achụwa ya ọsọ. Ọkụkọ nyụọ ahụ n'ala, ala achụwa ya ọsọ. The English interpretation says, if the fowl farts, the ground becomes a nuisance. The next is, nwanyị mụta ite ofe mmiri mmiri, di ya mụta ịpị ụtara aka nke ọma tupu o sute ofe. Nwanyị mụta ite ofe mmiri mmiri, di ya mụta ịpị ụtara nke ọma tupu o sute ofe. English interpretation of this says, when a woman learns or begins to cook, to make watery soup, then the husband learns to dent the food, the fufu, well before he dips into the soup. The next is, n'agbanyeghị etu ọchịchịrị si dị, aka mgbe niile mara ụzọ ọnụ. N'agbanyeghị etu ọchịchịrị si dị, aka mgbe niile mara ụzọ ọnụ. English interpretation says, no matter how dark it is, the hand knows the way always to the mouth. Next is, ebe a na-adụ nwa were nne ọdụ, ka nwa na-enweghị nne na-amụta ihe. Ebe a na-adụ nwa were nne ọdụ, ka nwa na-enweghị nne na-amụta ihe. English interpretation, where a child who has mother is being advised, serves as basis for wisdom for that child, for the orphanage. Next is, akwụkwọ juru ọhịa ma aba achọba ọkazị. Akwụkwọ juru ọhịa ma aba achọba ọkazị. There are leaves in the bush, but when one enters, they begin to look for ọkazị leaves. Next is ihe okenye tukwuru ala hụ, nwata rigo ugwu kasị ibe ya elu, ọ gaghị ahụ ya. Ihe okenye tukwuru ala wee hụ, nwata rigo ugwu kasị ibe ya elu, ọ gaghị ahụ ya. English interpretation is, what an elder sits down to see, when a child climbs the highest mountain, he won't see that. Okay. The next one is, amaka nwoke si sie ike, ya tụso na chi ya ọgụ. Amaka nwoke si sie ike, ya tụso na chi ya ọgụ. What does this mean in English? It says, no matter how strong a man is, he should never challenge his God. So whenever you challenge your God, no matter what you're passing through, he knows and understands. And at the right time, he will get to you. Now the next one we have is, ihe mberede yiri dike, ma mberede ka eji ama dike. Mberede yiri dike, ma mberede ka eji ama dike. Now what this says is, a sudden impossibility is too much for a hero, but yet the same hero is known for the sudden impossibilities. So that's it. If you want to be a hero, attack your fear, the worst fear of yours, attack it. And the next is, onye buru chi ya ụzọ, ọgbagbuo onwe ya n'ọsọ. Onye buru chi ya ụzọ, ọgbagbuo onwe ya n'ọsọ. The English interpretation says, he who walks before his guardian angel does the race of his life alone. And you know what that means? It could be disastrous. So here we call it a day, and we'll wrap it up for today. See you in the next video. Please like this video, subscribe, and share. You can feel free to comment in this section or in the comments section below, and then share to your friends. See you in the next video. Bye.